What it do, world? It's your boy KJP from Get Hip TV. You already know what it is. Your number one source for the latest news and mainstream and underground hip-hop culture. Today we got another edition of Red Shirt Religious with your boy. We're going to jump straight into the NCAA tournament. The Final Four is finally here. The 4 teams are set. We got Loyola, we got Michigan, we got Villanova, and we got Kansas. This was it seemed like this tournament went by so quick, but at the same time, it was also one of the most entertaining NCAA tournaments I have ever watched. Saturday, Loyola took care of business against Kansas State, 78-62. Michigan beat Florida State, 58-54. Villanova took care of Texas Tech, 71-59. In the grand finale of the Elite Eight, an overtime thriller, Kansas came out on top against Duke, 85-81. That was a very entertaining game. That was Final Four type of matchup right there. I wish it would have been later on, but it's all good. Like I said, great tournament. Shout out to that boy LeGerald Vick, man, from Douglas High School bound, man. North Memphis dude, man, the Final Four. That's a good look for real. But out of these 4 teams, Villanova looks like it would take home another NCAA championship in a couple years. I think they won the year before last. They beat Carolina the year before last. That crazy buzzer beater. They looking good. So I think that's my pick out of the 4 teams. Loyola is not to be ignored against Michigan. They have looked one of the most legit low seeds I have seen in the tournament ever. It's like they look like they're supposed to be here almost. They have really been impressive. Michigan has really been doing what they've been doing all year. They've been a pick for a lot of people to make it this far, so it's really no surprise there. Kansas is always a threat to make it far in the NCAA tournament. So once again, that's not a surprise either. Malik Newman been doing his thing for Kansas. This is the Malik Newman I've been waiting to see since he got in the college scene. But, better late than never. These are the times for the Final Four game Saturday. The Final Four will be in San Antonio, Texas at the Alamo Dome. I hope y'all enjoy it. I most definitely will. This will be a entertaining Final Four as well. Hoping to see a great one. Next, we're going to jump into the NBA. Now, if you've been keeping up, we all know Steph Curry and Kyrie both have injuries. Both are critical parts to their team's success. We got Steph Curry out for the first round. Steve Kerr already confirmed that he will be out for the first round. If the playoffs started today, they would be playing Minnesota. Now, if they do end up playing Minnesota, I still got them coming out just off the simple fact of Minnesota is very inexperienced outside of Jimmy Butler. I don't trust the parts around them. And also Jeff Teague, he also has a lot of playoff experience. But outside of those two, I just don't see them being enough to beat Golden State. But I will say this, they have a great shot. Because like I said, Steph Curry is really the engine that makes that team go. I don't think it's Draymond. I think it's Steph. They would have trouble. They would take him there. They would take him there. If he's out the first round. So like if Jimmy Butler comes back playing like the Jimmy Butler we know, playing both ends of the floor, Karl Anthony Towns has been in his bag since Jimmy Butler has been hurt. Matter of fact, he's been in his bag all year, but he's stepped up to the plate even more since Jimmy Butler was out. And the jury is still out on Andrew Wiggins sometimes he looks like the promising player we all know. Sometimes he doesn't. So who knows? But that is something to watch out for, most definitely. Curry is out. KD is really going to have to step up to the plate. And also, Klay Thompson, he's still injured on his shooting. He broke his thumb, I want to say, on his shooting hand. So we still got to see how Klay's going to come back in the playoffs. Got to see how Draymond is going to respond to having more responsibility with these injuries coming about. So it'll be very interesting to see what the Warriors will do the first round. They're looking real vulnerable right now. With Kyrie, man, he's out from 3 to 6 weeks. He had to have surgery to remove some tension wire from his kneecap injury he had in 2015 when he got hurt against Golden State in the finals. But the playoffs start on the 14th of next month. And if he comes back in 3 weeks, he will make it just in time for the first round. But if he stays the whole time, if he's out the whole 6 weeks, he'll come back in the semifinals. So if the playoffs were to start today, they will be playing Milwaukee. Now, I think I trust Minnesota against a vulnerable, injured Golden State more than I trust a Milwaukee against the Celtics, even without Kyrie, because they've stepped up to the plate. I've seen them beat quality teams with Kyrie being out. And I think they're a deep team, and it's the Eastern Conference. I think with a deep team in the Eastern Conference, you're able to make more noise until your star player is back. And outside of the Greek Freak, even though Chris Middleton is a great player for the Bucks, Bledsoe is a solid player, Jabari is back, the jury's still out on that team as well, because actually Milwaukee don't even supposed to be in this position right now to be a 7 seed. They should be way higher. Their talent level shouts a top 4, top 5 seed in the East, so they haven't been playing up to their potential. So I don't really know, but there's also something to watch though, because at the end of the day, the Celtics still don't have Kyrie. Jaylen Brown still hasn't came back from his injury. Marcus Smart still hasn't came back. So who knows what the Celtics are capable of with those guys in the playoffs? They've been playing well without them in the regular season, but we all know playoffs is a whole different ball game, whole different pressure. You know what I'm saying? You got to really rise to the occasion when it's time. But we will see. I still think the Celtics are more able to take care of business just because it's the Eastern Conference. But I also won't be surprised if Golden State take care of their business either, because we all seen Steph Curry go down in the playoffs with a knee injury before, and we all seen Golden State take care of business, and that was without KD. So you got another KD, arguably top 2 player in the world. So there's something that you got to look at. Last but not least, y'all might not know him, but he played in the G League. Zeke Upshaw, the 6'6" forward, died at the age of 26 after collapsing on the court during the G League game. He played for Detroit Pistons G League team, the Grand Rapids Drive. He went into cardiac arrest Saturday. He continued efforts to earlier today, but he did not make it. I want to send my condolences to him, to his mother and his family. His mother put out a statement earlier. That's very unfortunate to hear. It caught my attention, and I just want to put y'all on notice. He collapsed. Like I said, he collapsed during the game. He went out playing the game he loved. Maybe that's the way he wanted to go out. He was probably on his way to earning the NBA contract. He was playing real hard. He also played college ball at Illinois State and Hofstra. So like I said, man, once again, my condolences go out to his mother and the rest of his family. R.I.P. Zeke Upshaw. He died at the very young age of 26, man. That's young. And in life, that is very young. That's just young, period. Especially in the game of life. Very young age. R.I.P., man. Hope God is taking care of you up there. But, subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, Get Hip TV. Follow us on Twitter at GetHipTV_. Follow us on Instagram at GetHipTV. Follow me, follow my co-host, follow my big brother. All information is below the video. Get in the comment box. Let me know what you think about the tournament. Let me know what you think about Steph Curry and Kyrie, how you think their team's going to fare well without them. And also the death of Zeke Upshaw, man. Get help.